Nice brand new seat upholstery. If you want to take your square body seat upholstery from looking like this to looking like this using upholstery that you can just buy from LMC Truck. This isn't anything that I sewed or made on my own. I just bought this and put it on. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to get the seat out of the truck, how to install this stuff, and I'll show you a couple of problems and issues I had along the way and how to get around those and find a solution and make this work. Well, despite the fact that this blue and white seat cover is kind of retro and cool, it's time to take it out because I've got new seat upholstery for the seat and I got new carpet too. So to get this seat out, it's pretty simple. There's just 2 bolts on the front, 2 bolts in the back. There's one right there in the front and one right there on each side in the back. So just take those 4 bolts out, fold this thing down as much as you can get it, and then we'll see if we can get it to slide out. Alright, see what this old seat looks like. Now this thing was surprisingly comfortable, even though it had a huge hole in it. Wow. Well, good thing I got new cushions too. I never knew that big hole was there. Couldn't even feel it. But I had 2 layers of seat covers on, so that's probably why. Alright, so first order of business, I suppose, would be to take these 2 covers off. Those look like big Phillips head screws. I'm going to take a real close look at how this mechanism works. So there's a rod that connects these 2, and it looks like the seat cover itself has a kind of a cord that wraps around this thing. So we'll see if the new one has that or not. Now what I have to do here is get these hog rings out. So the hog rings are just little metal circles, semicircles. You just grab hold of them with the pliers and turn, and they'll come out. So they'll be all along here. That's what holds the upholstery to the seat frame. Okay, now there's 2 parts to this. There's this back cover and then the front cover that wraps around. So the back cover is hog ringed to this metal rod along here, and if you look closely you can see so is the front cover. So the front cover is coming around from the front, it's hog ringed onto that rod, then the back piece is hog ringed right over the top of that to the same metal bar. So once you get this piece loose, then you can see the hog rings for the front piece of fabric. Now what holds this fabric down, there's actually a metal rod sewn in here. Since this is torn away, you can kind of see the metal rod right here. So that metal rod is sewn into the fabric all the way along, and you're basically just clamping that metal rod right down onto one of these metal pieces here. So that's what holds the fabric on. Now this piece that wrapped around the handle of the latch, it looks like it's just an extra piece of piping. They just looped it through there and hog ringed it on. Well, that backrest doesn't look in too bad a shape, but I have new foam anyway. Well, right away I can definitely see some differences here. The factory foam has kind of a channel cast in here that fits around this bar. This one doesn't have that. Now here was the first indication that something might be wrong. I was having problems. I could not figure out why this seat foam looked so different and wouldn't fit, and it's because my truck is an 86 and I had started ordering parts, you know, at the beginning, collecting all the parts, and it took me 2 years to finish the truck, and I didn't get to the seat upholstery until the end of the 2nd year. And the seat upholstery and foam that I had ordered was for an 86, but the seat frame that I eventually found to use came out of a 79 truck. And the 70s frames and foam and upholstery is different from the 80s frames and foam and upholstery. It's completely different design. So this seat foam wasn't going to fit. The 80s foam is a little bit narrower and it's a different shape, doesn't fit around the frame. So I eventually figured out I was going to need to reuse my factory foam. Well, let's see if this cover fits. Got this from LMC too. Well, this looks like it might fit. However, see that slot right there for the latch mechanism? Guess they forgot about that. So what am I going to do here? Cut the stitches here and then cut a slot up in this, I guess. Okay, that's what I had to do. I had to cut the welting cord, cut a big slice in there. Hopefully that doesn't just split all the way up. I guess we'll see over time. All right, I've got this top piece all hog ringed on. See the hog rings there, there, all the way along here I've got hog rings. So that fits over my stock foam, and of course I had to slice the openings for the latches there, which is really disappointing. But otherwise, the backrest works. To get this bottom upholstery off, I'm probably going to have to take some bolts out. This bracket here is bolted right through the upholstery, and this bolt here is right through the upholstery, and that's the latch. And then these bolts here go right through the upholstery too. So I'm guessing the new upholstery is not going to have any holes for that stuff, so I'm going to have to punch holes through it. But I'm going to get to work taking those apart. Same problem for this bottom part of the seat. The 80s seat foam was a different shape. It doesn't have the cutouts underneath. Looks like it has a pocket molded into it for the springs. Right here. This goes in and then down. So there's a big pocket right along here. This one doesn't have. The stock foam has cutouts underneath to fit the springs that are missing on the 80s foam, and the 80s foam is about 3 or 4 inches narrower too, so it's just a different shape. So I needed to figure out how to repair my stock seat foam. And so what I'm doing here is I'm just using some 1/2-inch scrim foam that I had left over from the Blazer seat project, and I'm using some upholstery adhesive, and I'm just going to cut out patches here until I fill in those holes and basically make them level across the top. And then when I'm all done, I'm going to put a huge piece of 1/2-inch foam across the whole seat. So that'll level it out, make it a little more comfortable, and it'll cover up those patches and make for a smooth surface. So what I'm doing here is I cut this 1/2-inch scrim foam to roughly the shape of the seat. It doesn't have to be exact. And then I'm just going to lay down some upholstery adhesive. You spray both pieces, let them dry for a minute or two, and then you can stick them together. So there's a few reasons why this cover doesn't actually fit. You can see it's got this plastic edge on it, which would clip into a rail, probably on the newer style seat. This one doesn't have that. This one, the old upholstery wrapped all the way around, and it clipped onto these holes, for these slots, way down here. So this is way too short for that. So what I did is I drilled holes, and I just put a screw with a big washer on it every so often here to attach this right to the frame. So that's going to hold nice and steady. It also didn't pull quite far enough over the edges, so I did the same thing there. I put a couple screws in right towards the edge to hold it. Now it's not going to look perfect, but hopefully it won't be noticeable. We'll see when it gets in the truck. But with those couple of modifications, that turned out all right. It actually fits. For these plastic pieces, I'm going to use some vinyl and plastic paint. It's kind of a dye/paint. And then I'm going to put 2 coats of plastic adhesion promoter on beforehand to help it stick. It does have these holes for seat belts, which must be the way they did it in the 80s. In the 70s, the seat belts just come between the 2 seat halves, so they just stick up through here. They don't go underneath the upholstery. And these are kind of weird. I might have to cut these tabs off because there's actually no holes here anyway. So apparently they expect you to cut your own hole. So I might just actually split these stitches along here, take this whole thing off. It's probably going to be the best idea. These pieces seem to be kind of stitched and glued at the same time. But there's no holes in the upholstery, so they come right off. Here's how the completed seat upholstery turned out. It actually looks really nice. I'm pretty happy with it. I think this was actually an 80s set of upholstery, even though I put it on a 70s seat, so the foam didn't fit. I had to use my stock foam, but the upholstery I was able to make it fit. And it looks really nice. It's very comfortable. And you can see that spot right here where I patched in with those couple of pieces of foam. You can't see it at all. There's no bumps. So that method works just fine. You can see down here where I kind of had to use some screws. You can kind of see that a little bit, but not really. You know, from a couple feet away, you don't notice that. So this project turned out all right. Hope this shows some of you that tackling your own seat upholstery is actually a pretty easy job. Even if you run into a couple issues, it's still a pretty easy job you can do yourself. All right, thanks for watching.